today. Yeah, everybody's watching Cyberpunk, this and that, and whatnot, and the other thing, because Cyberpunk came out today, and I totally forgot about that. I actually didn't plan on streaming. I kind of feel a little poopy here. I'm not, as you might be able to tell, I'm not in the best of shape, but like I feel better than I did before. Like this morning, like I just like could not do things. I had no energy. It was wild. And what's great is the fact that I get to definitely not show you my stream key. I can show you what I was listening to. Live on Polka. If you don't know that meme, you should. I don't know why this is weird. Urchin Quay. Yeah, I just didn't feel like I had a headache. I still kind of have a headache. Like I've been drinking water all day. I've got cranberry juice here. Got some mango juice out in the fridge. But like, it really bothers me to no end the fact that the fact that I live in kind of a rural area, and yet I have to wait until Monday afternoon to get a COVID test, unless I want to do like a 2-hour round trip to fucking Cleveland, which I might end up actually doing this weekend just to say fuck it. I'll free up that appointment for somebody else, because like I just want the test. I want to know, the uncertainty is what really gets at me. Last time I streamed, I got kicked off. YouTube said go fuck yourself, because that's what YouTube does, I guess. They said I used too much of a video, or I used an entire video, or I streamed someone's entire video. And it's kind of a toss-up as to whether or not that was the Young Conservative Brothers or 5 Minute Crafts. What I'm gonna go ahead and assume, what I'm gonna hypothesize about, is it was probably the 5 Minute Crafts. 5 Minute Crafts. 5 Minute Craps. It's a terrible channel. It sucks. Those things don't make any sense. Barely any of them work, and they just pump out content, and that makes a lot of money for YouTube. And if that cuts into, if me playing too much of that video sends a signal to the algorithm saying, hey, this dude's trying to cut into your profits because he's playing whatever, it's gonna do it. So I'm gonna give it to the algorithm on this one. But we're actually gonna go to Conservative Brothers, because I haven't actually checked anything. Yoing. Because I haven't actually checked anything that they've seen or they've done in the last 48 hours or something like that. Now they're getting subs. They're still getting subs somehow. I don't get how they get away with this. These are just straight up clips from Newsmax. There's no commentary or anything like that. They're not saying anything over these. This is yoing. Yeah, it's gonna be slow.
Ballots. We got to examine 100 of them. It's a very, very small sample.
I just want to see if they actually like cut in at any point.
Supreme Court, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right. We're looking at it. We're looking at the whole reading because I haven't had a chance to even look at the reading. My attorney.
They don't cut in at any point. They just take the clip and put it onto their channel. I'm sure Newsmax won't say anything, mainly because they don't give a shit and they know it's fucking fake. They know it's false. So let's see what this lady says. Cynthia Johnson threatens Trump. Let's see if we can agree. Can I agree? Can I agree with the young conservative brothers?
We are the young conservative brothers.
And this is what I said on the last one. If I cut it down, I actually upload it. You'll see. But I think it was actual Jake. Yeah, made this point. They created this as a picture. So this is a JPEG that they put into their editing program, and when it didn't fit because they don't know how to use their program and they don't know how to create a title in Premiere, which I don't think they have, because why would you do this if you had that? So they had to like blow it up, and that's why you get like this weird edge here, this pixelation and stuff. And yeah, dude, it just looks like shit. Share like. Don't forget to share like.
And we are breaking the stigma that white people can't talk about race,
Guys.
the system, and the government while stopping these Democrats destroying this.
Why is your mouth so small? Like I got these big old chops. Okay, that's a little unfair for me to say, but at the same time, if you're going to talk on camera, you should take the time to talk to yourself in the mirror, or on your own, or alone, or to someone else, and actually open your mouth and enunciate the things that you want to say. It may seem like I'm really, really exaggerating my my facial expressions, but I'm actually getting the words out to you a lot more effectively simply because I'm moving my mouth in a more direct fashion in the way I want to speak. If you do this and you're not talking and you're not opening your mouth, you're going to sound a lot more mumbled, and it's really not going to come over a whole lot better. Or good
Beautiful
at all.
country that we live in.
And if you're new here, don't forget to click down, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Don't
get
for-
new videos when
click
we upload
down.
them.
Don't
so
forget
today
click down.
we're getting into a disgusting thing, but
Oh.
you know, like Vengeance actually came up to her.
I don't know.
Finally,
See,
justice
let's
was
see what
actually kind of
happens.
served with it.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna
more
hit this.
threats against Trump supporters.
God,
Yeah.
wait, is this like the 40th or 50th time we've heard threats?
Well, it's the gangsterization of the left.
And it's all these are politicians.
It's the what? Gangster.
We've heard threats.
Well, it's the gangsterization of the left.
And it's all these are
Gangmenstration of the left?
40th or 50th time we've heard threats.
Well, it's the gangsterization of the left.
And it's
Gangsteration. The gangsteration of the left? I don't even know what they're talking about because this dude's really dumb. What?
Wait, is this like the 40th or 50th time we've heard threats?
Well, it's the
Oh, man.
gangsterization of the left.
Oh. Trump supporters got threats? Oh my goodness. Oh. Stop the presses. Holy shit. This is like, it's just, this is the left. That's what they do. Guys, wake the fuck up. Threats are sent constantly all over the fucking place to everybody, to the elective, to the president all the time. They're not real. Like, I guarantee you.
And it's, all these are politicians. These
I'm
people
talking
are in
about
our
like
government.
physical threats. This is yeah, there are tons of threats to Trump supporters. Like, hey, stop being a piece of shit, and maybe we won't fuck with you. But like, oh my god, let's see what she has
If
to
you
say.
don't know what we're
I want
talking
to see
about
what
yet,
she has
Cynthia
to say.
Johnson. She was actually in the hearings in Michigan.
Oh,
when they had the
you
hearings with
actually
election
learned
fraud and everything with the Trump legal team.
They learned some editing. You guys learned the Ken Burns effect. Good job. You got the Ken Burns effect going on.
There. And
Ken
she was
Burns
actually
did.
harassing and threatening, intimidating the witnesses, even trying to testify there.
Oh,
and you know how bad it got?
Oh,
the chair of the whole entire legal, the chair of the legislature had to go tell.
I'm sure you guys have had a decent amount of pearl necklaces around your necks, so it would actually suit your channel a little bit better if you wore them and then just clutch them the entire time, because really you look like a couple of scared little bitches. Rum 2020.
Tell her to stop intimidating. We're not here to intimidate witnesses.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to tell anyone that's a public figure. You shouldn't have to go tell them you can't intimidate. You're supposed to be representing these people. Hear them out loud. Don't just throw them down and say, "Oh, well, you say this, we're going to
Open your
dox you."
fucking mouth.
That's how bad it is.
Open your
These
mouth.
Democrats are insane.
Open your mouths.
So she put out a whole entire Facebook. She went to Facebook yesterday.
She put out a
and
whole
said, Trump
face.
supporters,
Oh
watch out,"
shit!
and said, if you are soldiers, you know what to do.
Oh shit! They kind of listened. They don't have the ThinkPad anymore. That's probably not me. It's probably actual Jake. But like, yeah, you guys, you got a MacBook and you got the Trump Pence over the Apple thing. Like it, I didn't even notice it. It took me a minute and a half, probably more like 5 minutes, to actually even fucking notice that. You're getting there. You're figuring this thing out. The production thing. It's swirling around in here somewhere, somehow. It's reflecting off that mirror brain you got.
Do and do it right. She said some other things, but we won't have the video clip in this video because somehow our thing didn't want to work.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it in the description to see the whole entire video clip.
Yeah. So she's pretty much pointing straight out Trump supporters and his soldiers.
And
Your thing didn't work. Dude, this is pre-recorded. What do you mean your thing didn't work? Your razor tool didn't work? Like, you Ken Burns effect the one thing, and then you didn't add in the thing that is the source of your actual video. What the fuck? This is so bad. Yeah, we're ready. It like, that doesn't make any sense. You pre-recorded this.
So what do you mean about watching out? Are you going to be talking about the AOC attacking him, threatening him, or the Maxine Waters? If you see a Republican go up to in a restaurant or anything out, go and attack them, yell at them, do anything you need to do, get your point across.
that's the thing.
What's she going to do?
What is it? Like, you're saying all this stuff, and this is elected official.
What did she actually say? Let's see. Let's go ahead and find out what she actually said. Rep. Walker. Oop. No. Repo. Yeah, repo that bitch. Rep. Cynthia Walker. Uh-oh. Cynthia Johnson. I was like, whoopsie. Sorry, I was going off a... memory there. Obsidians. Michigan State. Okay, let's see what she actually said. Hey guys, by the way, if you pre-record something and you can't add it in, it means you suck at editing. I'm doing this live, so I can actually put this in here. I'm only going to put a little bit. I'm just going to put a portion of what she said simply because this is the New York Post and I don't want to get copyrighted or anything. I actually got... Oh. What is she... Oh, she's not actually saying anything. Oh.
So this is just a warning to you Trumpers.
Okay.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Walk lightly.
Walk lightly.
We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay.
I'm going to have to go ahead and kind of agree with these guys in that what she said was wrong. But it honestly doesn't even make any sense. Like, it's directionless. It sounds like she just turned on her phone drunkenly at a party and was like, I got some shit to say. Because if these guys could actually, purchase alcohol legally, I'm sure they would have that philosophical moment when you're like in that, when you're just drunk enough, so that you're like, I know exactly what to say in this moment. And maybe you record yourself, or maybe you write it down and you read it or you look at it later and it looks really fucking bad. Did she threaten Trump supporters? No, not really. It was really vague. It just... Let's see what the justice served was.
Representative in our government
Yeah.
that's saying this stuff about Trump supporters, about the President of the United States Trump supporters.
Saying any of this stuff.
The president.
What should end up happening in the long run?
I think what you mean to say is the impeached one-term president of the United States.
Are they going to get a
Trump.
slap on the wrist?
Yep.
Are they going to be actually kicked out of their duties and thrown in jail for pretty much threats?
Because I'm surprised they even stripped her from the House committee assignments.
True.
I'm surprised from that because usually they just say,
Why?
okay, you're fine, you're a Democrat.
Why is that so choppy? Now I'm gonna guess. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna guess. They switched from editing on the ThinkPad to editing on the MacBook. And they're not quite sure how to edit on the MacBook and get it to render properly. That's why it's so choppy. This doesn't actually surprise me at all that a public official saying something inflammatory to the public over in a public forum. Yeah, she should be reprimanded at some point, but there was really no there.
Crap. We're all corrupt. We are in the deep state.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want. Rules don't apply to us.
You could do
Slide
that
off.
because that's what
Yeah.
we stand for. That's our narrative to get what we want passed, is to threaten them.
Because she should be thrown in jail.
She should. Threats.
She literally just put a threat to all Trump supporters, and that's it. But also,
She
we
should
know
be
that
thrown
they
in
never
jail.
go to jail.
Hmm.
Because remember, what was it? George Lopez, remember all them saying, who was it? What was
Madonna.
that? Madonna, the blowing up the White House.
Yeah.
You had that, the guy that plays the Pirates of the Caribbean. What's his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. He's also want to blow.
Oh, you mean male abuse victim, domestic abuse victim, Johnny Depp? We could go with that. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Yeah, it's almost like we live in the United States of America and you can say whatever the fuck you want as long as it doesn't fall under slander, libel, or direct threats of violence. Those are the top three things you can't do in the United States with your mouth. slander, libel, and direct threats of violence, because you will be at the very least investigated. And telling the truth, celebrities just saying what they think about elected officials doesn't fall under any of those categories. Not only that, but they're rich, so they have different rules and they can say whatever the fuck they want, because they can fight it in court. These two,
and then that
trust
one
me.
redhead white girl that freaking had the decapitated head of Trump.
Yep,
like
that
anything like that. Secret Service should have been knocking
I
down
just had
their
her name in
door,
my head, too.
arrested them, thrown in jail for pretty much threat.
You think she didn't face any consequences from that? Like, I don't even remember her name. All I have in my head is Ellen DeGeneres, but that's not even close. I know exactly who they're talking about, and the reason I can't remember her name is because she was basically shunned. Have you heard her name? What the fuck? Who the fuck was it? Anybody in the comments, go ahead and leave that. She was a redhead. She's a comedian. Has a voice like this. Something like that. God, why couldn't I? Whatever. She had a Trump head, but you haven't heard from her in ever since that. So you think there were no consequences to that, but what you want is these heavy-handed authoritarian consequences. You want someone who disagrees with the president to be thrown in jail. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. Fuck you and everything you think you stand for,
and
because you're
promising
stupid.
of what they were going to do to the White House and to our wonderful
And
president.
They didn't do anything. But if they did it to the beloved Obama,
It's almost like
the
we have
worst
a
president in
fucking
United
First
States history,
Amendment.
they would have been thrown in jail. They would have been censored so bad. Everything.
No, but
Nope.
these are the same people that glorify and absolutely honor Black Lives Matter and Antifa for rioting, burning down our cities, looting stores, and destroying.
For that, so I'm not like Antifa. I'm not a member, card carrying, whatever the fuck. I don't even know how would you even qualify that, because Antifa isn't really an organization. Am I anti-fascist? Fuck yeah, because I'm a fucking American. Do I support Black Lives Matter? Sure, why not? As much as I can. I'm not giving any money. I'm giving them my vocal support here on the internet. Okay, go good. Black Lives Matter, go do your thing. Do Black Lives Matter? Sure. In the grand scheme of things, no lives matter. The universe doesn't give a fuck about you. But we can focus on that at a different point, or a different time. But to say that the left or anyone on the left supports Antifa or any other organization that is on the left, or rather any organization that is on the left, because Antifa really isn't a fucking organization, to say that the motivation behind supporting them is because of their violence and the looting and the burning that is associated with those groups is 100% completely fucking asinine, and it's bad propaganda. It's easily poked through. You guys are like the wet paper bag.
Destroying small businesses.
Yeah.
And
this
I'm
one
the sharp
thing I want
knife.
to say. She's not the only one that's in our government that says this stuff. Like he said earlier with AOC. Remember, she put a hit list on all Trump supporters. And then Maxine Waters, we all know
Her famous
her
quote.
famous thing,
not a
putting
fan.
getting in Trump. If you're out in a restaurant or out in public, you see Trump administration or anyone that supports Trump, get up in their face and just scream at them and fight them.
Yeah, hold on. And then you have.
wow.
Well,
Is that what she said, though? I feel like that's a fucking lie. because you guys are really hyperbolic, so it would go to, it would make sense. So let's see. Waters. Maxine Waters on Trump support. Connors. Is it CNN? Let's see what it says. You can't get on me for the let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gas station, you get out and create a crowd, and you push back on them, and you tell them they're not welcome anymore anywhere. We've got to get the children connected to their parents. We don't know what damage has been done to these children. All we know is that they're in the cages, in their prison. Okay, that's just going on. The people are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them until they decide that they're going to tell them, no, I can't hang with you. Yeah, that's wrong. I mean, these guys are right in saying that it's wrong to do so, because you should an elected official should not encourage his or her supporters to harass others. You should be able to tell your supporters the information that they need to know that is factual and that can back up their arguments, so that when they get into a situation where they're arguing with the opposition to their political views, that way they have the ammo that they need in order to shut that person down rhetorically. That's how it should go. So basically, you have a shitty, out-of-touch politician saying inflammatory, authoritarian things, and these two dipshits decided to run with it, I guess, because they can't understand why that's
then
a
you have
bad
Talib,
thing,
then you
maybe.
have
Elon
Omar,
you
and
have
all
them.
the whole squad are complete radical.
I gotta
Straight up
say
point.
about, what do I want to say, about 70% of Democrats or 80% want to attack, kill Trump supporters, and just pretty much at the end of the day, I'll say that.
No, Democrat.
Excuse me, what? What did we just say?
I'll say that.
No, Democrat representatives, and I'll even say as far as
Hold
70%
on.
of Democrats or 80% want to attack, kill Trump supporters, and just pretty.
I'm still like
I gotta
sure
say about, what do I want to say, about 70% of Democrats or 80% want to attack, kill Trump supporters, and just pretty much at the end of the day, I'll say.
Oh, really? Really? But the Democrats want to take away your guns, don't they? But they want to kill the Trump supporters, who are the Republicans who have all of the guns, because Republicans, conservatives tend to really love their guns. Democrats, liberals, lefties tend not to be so gun savvy. So basically what you're saying is that you should be afraid of the Democrats because you're too incompetent to know how to use the guns that you own, thanks to the Constitution that we don't understand.
Say that.
No, Democrat representatives, and I'll even say as far as their supporters.
Yeah.
Will do the same thing.
Oh, of course, because they get brainwashed for exactly what they're saying. But one interesting thing I want to say, for some reason, we ran across and wanted to watch CNN and MSNBC last night. It was, I don't know what the hell they were saying most of the time.
Well, but they were talking for like 5 minutes, and they come out to the conclusion that it was just Trump's fault.
Yeah, pretty much
that was
at the end of the day. But I didn't see them talking about this. I didn't see it.
Not even hear about it at all.
I did not see it, a headline or anything. He didn't say.
Yeah, because it's a non-story. Hey, dipshits, here's how journalism works. If it bleeds, it leads. That's how journalism works. This ain't bleeding, it ain't leading. There's basically no there. The only way it will actually go anywhere is if it actually takes off on like Newsmax or OAN, because they're saying the same kind of dumb shit you guys are saying, the same propagandist rhetoric that you guys are trying to push out. Yeah, she said some shit. Okay, well then encourage her supporters to change their mind and vote her out. Vote differently the next time. But right now you're propagandists, and you're like the trainees Goebbels personally rejected. Honestly, that's about the level of propaganda you're getting at.
Cynthia Johnson threatens Trump supporters. Oh, you know why? Because they like it.
Oh,
because they love you guys getting threatened.
Oh, Cynthia Johnson is their idol right.
Don't bang your fucking desk, dude. Like, it's a natural reaction. I got it. Don't do it. I only did that for the example, and I have to have my hand on the desk for mouse reasons, but come on. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit more into this, and then I'm gonna like how
pretty much.
far,
And they're not going to talk bad about her. They're not going to do anything to denounce her for anything.
Yep, and that's the thing at the end
like
of the day.
how false can
I
these
love
guys
how she went
be?
on Facebook to do it too. She went on Facebook.
Well, I mean, that's a safe haven.
The safe haven. You can say anything bad about Trump supporters or America and you will be safe. But if you dare to say anything about election integrity, you will be doxxed and you'll be kicked off. Wow, that's such...
Hey, fun fact. Guess what? If you say anything that says that Trump won the election, or there was election fraud, or you keep pushing the narrative that you've been pushing for the last, like, I don't know, month, guess what? You can't post it on YouTube anymore, so your grift's over. Sorry, boys. Not only that, but Facebook is like a conservative fucking haven. I don't know any of my friends that are left-wing that actually use Facebook. All of the people that I know that use Facebook are like 40 plus and like farmers, farm boys, stuff like that. Okay, sorry. So like, and the people that they're hearing from are the dipshit wives of dumber dipshits than them, and they always say, man, I gotta get off of Facebook. And I tell them all the time, the best thing that you can do in your life, the best thing that you can do in your life right now, if it is possible, is to get rid of your fucking Facebook. Get rid of it. It's the worst. It sucks. There's nothing there. Throw it out. That's my Facebook rant. Anyway, so I'm not going to continue on because there's no reason to even try to refute any more of their points, because they haven't really made any solid points. Any spear they thrown is been made of mud. So I guess let's attack their production. Oh, it's not an attack. It's a critique. So over here on the right and over here on the left, that's called dead space. You don't want dead space. If you see me, all right, I'm pretty tightly framed. Okay, if I wanted to be less tightly framed, I'd be back here. But I'd also have to have my microphone up here so that you could hear me properly. Too easy, right? So, what you guys should do what you guys should do is take this shelf down, especially since this flag is not, it's not hung straight. Somebody has a level. Go buy a fucking level. God damn it. Build your toolbox. Go buy a fucking level, you assholes. Take down the shelf. Pull this Trump flag up just a little bit so that Trump is all the way across the top, and then you two are right in between the 2020, or the 2020 is right in between you two right there. And what that will do is actually create like a little invisible triangle that will bring viewers into your faces and actually give them something to visualize and pay attention to while they're listening to you. That will get you more viewers, like, actually listening to what you have to say. Right now, you have the Rum 2020 sign, and while I can agree, you look like a couple of dipshits. Last but not least, for fuck's sake, this is called an eyelet. Okay? The eyelet is there to make the flag sit on a rope, basically. Do not do this. Don't put a pin in the corner of your flag. Put it through the fucking eyelet. That way, maybe it'll actually be straight because this whole band of fabric isn't pulling this side down. It's just so, like, how are these concepts so simple yet so difficult to explain to these fools? Look, man, your daddy didn't buy his truck and fix the okay. Your daddy didn't buy his truck, nor did he buy the wood or the cabinet or create the cabinet in your kitchen by being this inept. He has skills. He knew what he was doing. He did research. He learned. Learn. I know you're learning because you have a MacBook. And you might be making some money, which is why you have a MacBook. I don't know why you would spend any money on Apple products. But yeah. There you go. You're learning. So take this advice. Just take this advice. And for fuck's sake, fix your production. Come on. I know I've said it before. I don't know if this got deleted or if it didn't upload. But look at me. Look at me. Alright? I don't really have any kind of theme going on, but I'm in my little box here. Me? I'm congruent. Things look good. Hat. Proper shirt. Shirt smells like shit because it's actually kind of dirty. I got the headphones with the radio and something in the back that's inflammatory. Aesthetics. That's how this works. If you're unwilling to put in the effort for your looks, you're not going to get the responses you want from the looks that you have. Like oh. Oh, it went down the wrong pipe. All that shit talking. Alright. Oh. So much shit talking. Started to come back up. Excuse me. Oh. John Doyle. I just saw that in the corner. Oh, man. Heck off, commie. I get a better idea. Fuck you, John Doyle. Fight wake-up calls for conservatives. Oh, didn't he have some really... Oh, he had something that was, like, really bad. Really bad audio. Oh, this is it. This is the cringe. We're gonna get it. We're gonna do the cringe. He's got a paid promotion, too. No, I gotta give it to him.
Do you ever wonder why things just keep getting worse? Do you ever wonder if it ever gets any better? Why?
Do it again. So it was the camera out. No, dude. Do it again. Like I had an hour plus long video the other day that I just straight up took down, and there's no way for me to get the audio back because I was recording through like 3 different devices at once, so it's not an easy fix, and I just took it the fuck down. Dude, take it down. First of all, you suck and your points are stupid, so yeah, you should take your video down, but at the same time, bro, this is just bad. Like, this is so bad compared to your other productions that
why is it that Republicans keep winning elections and yet the country keeps moving farther to the left? Like, every decade, we get more of the same, regardless of public opinion and regardless of the supposed victories of the Republican Party in terms of winning elections. And I'm not even talking about the post...
Because polls and public opinion do not directly reflect the whims of society, okay? And since in the United States, that's what happens when you don't open your mouth. In the United States, we have the Electoral College. So, Republicans keep getting elected mainly because of that. Because the Electoral College, and because Republicans tend to go out and vote more. They're more involved in the process at a smaller, the down ballot level. So overall, society is moving left. It will, it has been, it always will, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Conservatism, which is the right-wing perspective, tries to stagnate the advancement of society. You cannot stagnate the advancement of society. It is a futile task. There is nothing to it. You're not going to win that battle, and the more you fight, the more of a dick you become. You're just that guy who's not willing to admit when he's wrong. Like, you're the guy that won't get off of, Greedo shot first. Alright? Han shot first. Honestly, it doesn't matter, but you'll bring that fucking point to any argument, but no, Greedo shot first. Greedo shot first. Dude, nobody fucking cares. How do I have this much energy?
Post-war neoliberal paradigm that we've talked about recently with mass immigration, endless wars, sending jobs overseas. I'm talking about specifically within the Republican Party, despite insane amounts of financial backing from good Americans such as yourselves, despite a very clear outline of why we are electing them to represent us, as evidenced especially through President Trump having a 95% approval rating in his party, and it is his party, we still get more gun control. We still pour trillions.
That's the problem. That's why you're losing. Because it's Trump's party. If you build your political identity or anything around another individual, that individual I mean that what you have built around them is going to fail inevitably, because that person is a human being and they're both going to change or die. If that person dies, there has to be a replacement, especially for people like this. There has to be a replacement. And if it's not as good or not just good enough, they will abandon that motherfucker and faction off. Trump is 74, 75 years old. Okay? He will be older than Joe Biden is now in 2024. There's not a good chance that he will even make it to 2024. So it doesn't make sense for you to be like building your political party around this one individual. Not only that, but especially when his ideas are so
nothing, which makes you and I debt slaves for the rest of our lives, paying off
and
debt for
detrimental
no one
to
could
the
agree to,
overall
and that was lobbied for by multinational
populace of
corporations.
the
Literally,
United
just a
States.
state-facilitated transfer of wealth from us to them. Housing costs are out of control. The cost of a college education is out of control. And even that, our kids, they're going to college. They're being taught to hate their country. They're going to public school. They're being taught the same thing. Money is taken out of your paycheck every week to subsidize the indoctrination of your children into future generations. It becomes harder for young people to grow up in a state.
One, why the fuck are you against public schools? Dude, you do not want... We already have an uneducated populace. George Carlin put it best himself. Imagine the bell curve of society. Imagine the stupidest person that you know. Half of the population is stupider than that. Like, do you really want the standard to be dumb as fuck? Is that what you want? Because that's kind of where we're at. But that seems to be what you're like really pushing towards, and what we should heavy-handedly put down. So I got a question also. I'm wondering how your room is set up. Because in my imagination, you have a door off here to your off to your left here. If your door is elsewhere, totally fine. If it's off to the left there, change your room around and don't fucking put that goddamn rifle on the wall pointing at your fucking door, you dumb piece of shit.
Able to healthy environment, get a job, start a family. Every decade this happens. Like, how do you plan to conserve the country if you are not incentivizing and enabling young people to start families? Like, what are you even trying to conserve? And the answer is actually nothing.
There's no country if all we're doing is like making families without actually providing any value. Okay, I know John Doyle likes to think that your value is based on your productivity. So if there's no jobs, there's no money to be made in productivity, and all you're doing is just creating population, that's a detriment to the entire country. It's just going to fail eventually. It's going to fall in on itself. And why is that? Well, because human beings are really fucking smart, and we're sentient. We're sentient, dude. We understand that if there's a problem, we can do something about it. And the last thing that this motherfucker would want or would ever do anything against is a bunch of pissed off motherfuckers who are especially really hungry.
They're not trying to conserve anything because the GOP is a political abomination. I have contempt for them. I abhor them. I think the degree to which they have betrayed their voters over the course of, let's say, the last 35 years amounts to nothing less than a crime. The righteous, what is it? The righteous hates falsehood, but the wicked brings shame and disgrace. Yeah, we're going to go over how the GOP has betrayed its voters in terms of President Trump recently in the Senate with unanimously voting to sell out American workers. I'm going to name all of the Republicans who I will never support again in any capacity. I'd advise you to do the same. We're going to talk about the future of American conservatism. Why this is...
My computer's running really slow. Wearing the hat and the suit. First of all, a young man wearing a suit, it looks like he's going for his first job interview. That's basically the only thing that I get out of this. You don't look really professional. You're in the age range of, I'm going to my first real job interview at a big company. The wearing the hat, like the baseball cap, it just kind of makes it look like a jackass. Like you just got back from your interview and you kind of feel like being silly around your folks. In this context, it's kind of confusing and it doesn't add to the... you look like shit. Dude.
This is actually a good thing for us, and even something that we sort of predicted a while back. You know, we'll not break our arm patting ourselves on the back, but do stay tuned.
How far? We're 2 minutes in, and now he does his intro? Where his sister kisses him on the cheek? Like... I love this. I fucking love this shot right here. Oh my god. Because he's got like the acne. Obviously this isn't lit. Because he's... we'll see if he actually smokes it. Because I don't remember his whole intro. But, ooh. He's got the acne. He looks like he just hit his growth spurt. His tie isn't tied well. And it's not, like, nothing's... Look, dude, your suit's too big. You look like shit! God damn, dude. See if he actually smokes it. Oh, does he?
John Doyle in. Heck off, commie.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heck Off Commie. I'm a little disappointed in myself, to be honest with you, because we were supposed to do the updated video about pornography.
I'm so confused because now we're going into a different video.
For this November, but then like a week and a half ago, something kind of messed up happened, and I was just out of it for a few days, kind of trying to process that. People on the website, I think, know what I'm talking about because I did put a video up for members talking about it briefly.
At least he has good.
I was way behind, and then I started trying to get the research for this all together, and then last night I realized that there was.
And for the young conservative brothers, if you see this, hey, you see all this shit over here? Yeah, that's not dead space. There's something there. You see? You got war bonds. You got something to read. Bolsheviks. It gives you... Like, this is super clear. It gives you a question. You got a rifle. And then you got the American flag, and it leads off into somewhere else. You always have something to fucking look at. Instead of this dipshit.
There's just no way that was going to come out today just because I had to figure out how to condense and then present all this information. So I'm a little disappointed in myself, but it will come out soon. I think it's going to be one of the most important videos that we've ever done on the channel. So stay tuned for that. And then tomorrow, I'm headed down to Texas yet again to go on Elijah Schaefer's podcast, so that should be good. A lot of people give him a hard time because they think he's like this fake conservative or something. I don't know. I know him personally, and that's just like not even remotely true. So we're looking forward to that. And then once we get back from Texas, we'll get going on a more frequent schedule here because there was a lot to talk about. But I think that right now, the most important thing that we should be talking about is who our
your
friends
audio.
a lot of the time, actually the vast majority of the time, we as the right like to point the finger across the aisle and criticize the left for whatever they're doing, rightfully so. But the problem with that is that it presupposes that action is being taken by those on our side with the power to do so.
I really don't like the fact that he uses that little pop sound every single time a graphic comes up. Maybe my own nitpick, but
which is then what enables us to focus on
I know it happens
energy
in
and
every single
resources
video
towards
that he
the
does.
opposition,
So.
like outwards. And that's why a lot of what we do on this channel is actually just criticizing the so-called conservative leadership, whether that's in media, government, NGOs, etc. Because our success ultimately has much less to do with how incompetent our opposition is and much more to do with how competent and authentic we are. Which is why I guess the plurality of what we talk about on this channel is self-improvement. And not like in the cringe influencer sense of you should be getting up at 4:30 and meditating for 20 minutes before taking a cold shower and reading a Dave Ramsey book. And don't get me wrong, I unironically think that cold showers are good, but the point is that it's not enough to simply be correct or to simply be good. This is referred to as the Sir Galahad theory of politics, this idea that, well, I will win because my heart is pure. And unfortunately, that's not the case. You actually have to take the offensive, you have to have the means to do so in terms of infrastructure, resources, and willpower. And right now, I look at the American conservative movement, and on the one hand, I see incredibly patriotic and good people who can recite passages from upper-level treatises and Austrian economic theory off the top of their head, but then on the other hand, I see the same people, and they are demoralized, they're disillusioned because they are suffering the consequences of having been abandoned and sold out by the people who they elected and paid to
Dude, why the fuck won't this thing fucking... Why won't... What the fuck, dude? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I have no idea what the hell just happened. That really pissed me the fuck off. Like, goddamn, dude. A notification. Yeah, fuck you again. I have no idea what the hell happened with that, and that really, really got on my goddamn nerves. Yeah, I really don't want to watch John Doyle because he's weird and cringy as shit. And now I'm just kind of pissed off, and I wasn't even paying attention to what the fuck he had to say. So, let me see. We're gonna go home. We're gonna go home, and we're gonna, well, we're an hour in. We're gonna talk about something else. I'm gonna do some cooking, actually. Oh, man. Pampered. Oh, I know it. That's what I wanted to do. Cooking with hoarders. Cooking with hoarders. I can't believe this is a thing. I can't believe that this person exists. Actually, I kind of can. 2 fires. Grilling steak at home with no grill. You can too. Let's not do this. Let's see what we got. How can we grill a steak? Actually, you know what? Before I start this, I'm gonna put on this mystery mammal. See, I'm not gonna put on mystery mammal. Fuck mystery mammal. No. We're gonna put on Dirtane Garden. Sorry, I was on the wrong Kajigger. Yeah, see, that. Okay. So I don't know why. settings. There it is. Use device theme. Why is this so slow? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, I know why it's so slow. That's not why, but I'll be right back. I gotta let the dog out. I don't know if you could hear any of that, but yeah, I gotta let the dog out. He's sweet boy's gotta go pee. Brr. Urchin Quay. Sorry about that. Didn't expect it to take so long, but walked into do a quick refresh, and I found my little Poochie dog. He was laying on the bathroom floor instead of laying on the bed. I know, I let my dog on the bed because he's a sweet boy and I love him. But better not be coming out here. I heard him. His tags jingling. No, but he was laying there. He needed to go pee. He had to go tinkle, little tinkle boy. Anyway, let's check out some Cooking with Hoarders for some fucking reason.
Try it with a grill. My problem is this thing's so frozen, so we're gonna have to try to freeze it. We need something that reduces heat.
How about your stove?
Okay.
Maybe clean a few things. Oh, okay. I only heard Deadwing Dork talking about this video and describing it. I did not realize it was this bad. Holy shit. This is from 2020. So we're gonna burn.
Just try to get it a bit softer.
You're gonna hold it in your hand too. That looks like a fillet.
Bullshit.
Oh god damn it! You dropped it on the fucking floor.
What was this?
Oh son of a bitch.
Just to get it a bit softer because it's still hard.
Oh, he's defrosting it.
Let's see.
Okay.
So to make it
Classic defrost. We got to you know, if your microwave's not working, your stove is too dirty, or your house is full of 3 tons of fucking garbage for no goddamn reason, go ahead and take some paper towels and you know, set them on fire over the toilet, and then you'll defrost your steak in your hand, rather than, you know, trying to put something through it to hold it over the fire. Make sure it's in your hand so you get that extra defrost power, I guess. Also, when you film yourself doing this, don't ever hit that white balance. It's not worth it. Nope. Not ever worth it. Auto white balance.
Hold this stuff up.
Don't do it.
And normally I would use like a lemon or something. Maybe a battery.
Why do you have?
Dangerous. It's gonna explode.
What do you have? What do you have a drawer full of Chinese money?
A lemon or something. Maybe a battery.
Dude has a drawer full of Chinese money. Like, look. Oh my god. Bro, that $15 right there can get you the microwave that you need in order to defrost your shit. Oh my god. And I'm sure that Chinese money could... it's toilet paper or something. I don't know. It's useful. He probably has a shit ton of... oh man. Dude. Can you imagine? Like... going through like a hoarder's house. Like clearing all this shit out. And then... being able to be like, alright, you can go up and pick out all the change, and you get to keep all of the change that is in that house. Dude, there'd be thousands of dollars in just coins and lost dollar bills. Oh my god, the amount of money that probably gets thrown out when they do those like hoarder cleanings on hoarders. Like, oh, what? Seriously, go.
Here.
Oh my god.
But it's plastic. We need something here that that doesn't melt.
I honestly don't know what kind of money that was. I said Chinese because it looked like Chinese. I don't know. Kirkland. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. Because, you know, if you're going to grill something, you want to put a nice piece of dry wood next to your heating element that's on your stove. Let that one sink in. Let that advice sink in.
It should be cooking. Maybe the stuff is too high. You know, whoa.
Yeah. So there's this thing. It's called water, and oftentimes it's mixed in with a lot of fat in things like meat. So when you cook it, it tends to drip off. Because when you cook the meat, it gets thinner and like comes out, and when it's got a lot of energy. It's got a lot of energy pent up in all those fat molecules and water molecules, and when it burns hot. So maybe don't fucking grill a steak
take the fire out.
Over an electric stove. Oh yeah, put some pepper on it. There we go. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. My point exactly.
Come on. Whoa.
God, what are you doing, dude? Please no.
It's gonna die. I'm gonna fucking get.
It's gonna die. It's gonna die.
All right.
How much salt are you putting on there?
Second thought, looks like it.
I made beef last night. I'm curious as to whether or not he and I use the same amount of salt, because I made 3.5 pounds of beef in the crock pot. I'm wondering if this 1 ounce fillet requires that in this recipe. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to find out.
I need to change the aluminum right now. And that's pretty stupid, but you
have to change.
Okay? Like, even if it didn't work this time because I got to change the aluminum, this is how you do it if you don't have a grill. So don't spend.
This is not the apocalypse, man.
Whatever. So
we are not in Fallout. I would do this shit in Fallout, but I do it smartly. So he has aluminum foil and an electric stove. If you are gonna do this to like survive, take that rack, wrap it in the foil, and then put that over the stove, and then cook your shit. Then you could cook it. Honestly, had he done that, I'd be like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. That's actually like a way to cook a steak. Can we do it like that? Even if it had this poor production value, I might actually be like, okay, that's acceptable, an acceptable way to cook a steak. But I honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna cook on the stove, because this is somewhat cleaner than my own. But I would not enter this house because it's disgusting, and I would never cook anything or eat anything in there, nor breathe the air.
That's it.
Also because this is from 2020. Oh, that's it. My bad. Didn't realize. YouTube, send me that email, because apparently I watched the whole video through. Oh, it's not 5-minute crafts, so it's not making any money.
We're going to be making a secret recipe today. It's kind of secret people kill.
Hold on. Will you fucking pause? Or do your thing? Because I'm pretty sure this man has a toaster.
We're going to be making it.
Yep. This dude has a toaster filled with silverware. That's a toaster. There's a knife across the top. That spoon's in there. No, wait. Oh, mate, I'm wrong. I am wrong. I just seen it because I just seen it. Because I'm looking at this screen. This screen's much darker than this one. Simply because, like, if I put this up any higher, it actually, like, hurts my eyes. And I don't want to wear sunglasses. While doing a stream, excuse me. Anytime you burp, you should always say excuse me. Make it a habit. It should be a thing you should do. Same. And when somebody sneezes, you're not obligated to say gesundheit or God bless you or whatever. Or nothing happens when you die. To take from Dane Cook, who's Dane Cook, Dane Cook is a better actor than I think he is a comedian. Yeah, so he's better on the stage, if I say. No, honestly, I think Dane Cook's just a better actor, because he's not great at comedy. He's just very forward with it. I think, what was it? He had a special, it was like The Circle or some shit, where he was on a circular stage and he was doing comedy to everybody. So he has to, like, project that out and, like, point it out to you and basically force it on you instead of naturally having it forced on you like in a movie. But that totally digresses from the fact that this dude has a knife and a spoon hanging over his toaster, which we don't know is plugged in. Yeah, let's hope it's not.
Secret recipe today.
Secret
it's
recipe.
Kind of secret people kill for.
Oh.
Basically, it's coconut bread. Coconut. But first, I want to tell you about something I was thinking about. You know, the law of gravity, the way it works. You know, you lift something up. You know? And like you take this. And you lift it, you know? But, you know, like, part of, like, my fingers is, like, attached to the little thing, you know? And, like, another finger kind of pulls it up, you know? So, like, even if my finger was completely attached to this, like, even if my finger was fused to this, my other fingers could still lift it. So, you know, if you sit down and you put your hand on your foot and you start pulling... You know, if you're strong enough, you should be able to lift yourself and just fly.
That's troll physics, dude. Like, literally. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to see if I can do it.
You know? But, you know, like, part of, like, my fingers is, like, attached to the little thing, you know? And, like, another finger kind of pulls it up, you know? So, like, even if my finger was completely attached to this, like, even if my finger was fused to this, my other fingers could still lift it. So, you know, if you sit down and you put your hand on your foot and you start pulling, you know, if you're strong enough, you should be able to lift yourself and just fly, you know? So I think you gotta be
yeah, this is exactly what this dude is saying. This is exactly what this... Oh, what do I got Brave open for?
Just as it's not because, you know, my finger is attached to this that the other fingers couldn't... You know, there's gotta be some kind of, you know, scientific understanding.
Yeah, it's called you don't understand fucking physics or reality. This is what you're trying to explain. Sit down, grab your ass, lift yourself from the ground, and then float. No, you're always being pulled towards the earth. The reason you are able to lift your flashlight up is because you're exerting a force with your hand onto that flashlight. And then your arm, your muscles are exerting a force against the gravity of the earth. Ooh, excuse me, again. Against the gravity of the earth to lift it up. The moment you let it go, it falls back down because it's at the whims of the gravity of the earth. You can't it's something that sounds like it could work, but it could never actually work simply because you have to take a millimeter step forward in thinking towards the logical conclusion of that concept in order to reach the proper conclusion. And the proper conclusion is no, if you grab your foot and lift hard enough, regardless of how strong you are, you will not float. Because you're I don't even know why I had to explain this.
All right. It's very difficult when you have a coconut because you gotta open it.
Oh yeah. How are we gonna do that?
I got.
Oh, what do we got? Oh, what do we got? Oh, we got the stick. Oh, that's the stick from the last one. That's the stick from the. That's the one you used to hold up your thing. Your.
For heaven's sake, this is.
Griddle. At least he has toilet
make
paper.
A hole in my floor. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the guy who invented coconuts was thinking. I mean, he should have.
Do you mean God? No. What? Nobody invented coconut. They evolved.
Wait a minute.
Unlike.
Let's see. I'm gonna put this.
Unlike your parents. I would say you, but I blame your parents.
I think I got this.
Dude.
Blade here. Wait a minute.
Oh, he's got a blade.
There.
There it is. There's the blade. What do we got? Is it a machete? Is it a katana? Oh, he's got a katana. He's got a. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's seriously got a fucking katana. He's gonna. No, yeah, just unsheath it like that. There you go. Because, you know, when I'm cutting things in my kitchen, oftentimes it's hard for me to find my katana. It's usually under, it's like this person. It's usually under a pile of shit in a broken cabinet. But I have to say that his technique is pretty solid from what I can see. At least when using the katana, it's a rare kitchen appliance, but it's a much needed kitchen appliance. Okay. It's kind of like it's like a mandolin. You're not always gonna make scalloped potatoes, but sometimes you need a scallop that you need to slice those potatoes really thin, and I ain't doing it with my katana because do you think I really want to dig through all of that shit in my really unwell lit domicile? Hell no. Oh, we got a little bit of it.
A little piece got torn off. Let's try again.
Got it, dude. Perfect.
This thing is all
perfect slice. Yeah. Make sure you keep your katana as dull as possible as well, because otherwise you might slice through your own leg while you're wiping it off on your ankle. I mean, this is like Coconuts 101, guys. I don't know why I have to explain this. Apparently I do. Maybe it's just to fill dead air. I don't know. Maybe.
Where's the other half go? There it is.
Oh, it's right next to the toilet. You fucking burned toilet paper in. Oh no, that was a different video. That was a later video.
Where's it red? See that? This
doesn't look like your coconut's doing so
bad.
Yeah, I don't think your coconut's doing so
hell?
hot.
Looks like it was rotten. For heaven's sake, how fast do
Oh, BT dub, coconuts, when you break them open, have like water in them. They have milk, coconut milk. Like it's full of stuff. So when you break it when he broke it open, that coconut water just like went everywhere. And also his coconut is rotten, which I've never smelled a rotten coconut, but I have smelled rotten potatoes. And I'll tell you what, I'll take you can punch me in I'll take a Mike Tyson punch to the face before I smell 100 pounds of rotten potatoes. Fuck that. I can only imagine how bad this smells.
coconuts rot? Look at this.
Yeah, it's all slimy. It's sliding around because it's slimy, because it's rotten. Because you live in a squalor. I don't understand how you... Why are you putting on them? Why are you putting them on the toaster? Why are you putting the utensils on the toaster?
It really smells bad. You know, when you buy a coconut, you usually gotta, you know, careful not to cut myself. You usually gotta eat them quickly, or else it's gonna rot. You know, they do this on purpose, you know, so that, you know, you gotta buy more because, you know, it expires quickly. Just
No. You buy them, you buy produce and then you use it because it's gonna go bad. Like, once the coconut is off of the tree, it pretty much starts to go bad. Oh, stop that. Oop. Was ist das? Stupid phone. Once the coconut is off of the tree, like once the fruit is off of the plant, it starts to go bad. It's not getting the nutrients. It's not photosynthesizing on its own. It's not getting the nutrients it needs, so it's gonna start to rot. And that decay, the decay this guy is saying is from like bacteria. It's harmful decay. But the decay that they normally go through is to essentially feed that plant so that it can spread around. And coconuts especially, they're supposed to go in the ocean. They're supposed to float around, you know, not necessarily supposed to be broken open. I don't understand essentially why coconuts are the way they are. Maybe we can let's do that in the next stream. We're gonna figure out why coconuts are in the next stream.
As soon as you got an accident, you know, it kind of blows up, so that you gotta buy another one. All right.
Did you hear that? Hold on. Hold the phone. I want you to listen. Just listen.
So that you gotta buy another one. All right.
There you go. It's clean. You didn't have to be careful. Well, it's not clean at all. You didn't have to be careful because that ripping sound was actually the dullness of the blade pulling on the fibrous material of that paper towel. At no point ever, one, should you clean a blade like this, like with your palm, palming the cloth, wrap the cloth around the blade, and then pull the blade through. Or pinch it through like this if it's like a little steak knife or something like that. Never put your hand near the blade. You can only put your hand near the blade if you're confident it's not going to cut you, and this would really do some damage if you hit somebody with it, but you got to use a lot of force because it's really goddamn dull. I have a feeling that the last stream was cut
Not
off
for the
because of
coconut.
5-minute crafts. Fuck 5-minute
Man, it's
crafts.
all wet now.
5-minute
It's like
craps.
A little, liquid got all over the place. That's the thing I hate about coconuts. There's always this little liquid that flies all over the place whenever you open it.
Yeah, it also helps if you're gonna open it to open it in that bowl that you katana'd the thing on, like with it in the bowl, inside the bowl, rather than the bowl being upside down over your dirty ass stove and just going full damn Last Samurai on the motherfucker. Coconut, it really isn't that hard to open. Plus, you got YouTube. You're uploading to YouTube. Just Google, like, YouTube. How do I open up a coconut? They'll give you. They'll show you with a hammer. Just do it with a hammer in your hand. You can probably just spinning around like a rock. That's a coconut sound. But fuck.
It's always like that.
That's frustrating, man. Sorry. Oh, no, don't worry. Don't worry about that. You don't have to clean that. It's in the bathroom.
So in order to make a coconut
Don't worry, the dog will get it.
bread, you need bread. Wait, I got some here. Alright, bread. Yeah, pull this under my feet or else I'm going to slip and fall because it's all wetty.
It's all wet?
It doesn't go.
Ew. Oh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just like walking through your house and the floor is like constantly wet? And I'm not talking about anybody who lives in like a tropical country where like it floods all the time. Philippines, Indonesia, stuff like that. I'm talking about like where you walk in your house and the floor, like the carpet is wet simply because of negligence. Like, ugh. I mean, okay. My dog is old. He's a boxer. He's got separation anxiety. He pees in the house more often than he should, and more often than I would like. And sometimes I don't like find it right away, so I'll take off my shoes and I'll walk and I'll hit just like a wet spot on the carpet, and it's a whole ordeal just to clean that up, just to leave that there, or to have like the whole carpet just be wet when I walk in. Oh, and that slosh sound. Oh my god. And the linoleum, if the linoleum is fucked up, then
Yeah. Disgusting.
you'll slide around. Like, it's dangerous.
So we're
Like, this guy's in danger, I think.
Holy shit, look at this.
Holy
Because I hit
shit,
the
look at
coconut,
that.
The stuff just got detached. Wonder if it still works.
We'll find out,
So
bud.
we're gonna try it. Turn the right one this time.
God.
Some time ago I was trying to
Special
light this
Christmas
thing up.
turkey.
I accidentally
Holy
hit that
shit.
one, and there was a
I think
fire
I
and
might watch
flashlight
that
burning
one.
all
I
that.
really, really want to.
So,
I want to go on to something else, but at the same
let's
time,
see.
I want to watch more of
you
this
ever
dude.
seen
He's
this?
so interesting.
look at this. It's all red and
Yeah, it's probably rotten. If it smells bad, it's likely rotten.
I've never seen a coconut do that.
If you're gonna buy exotic foods, you know, you have the internet. You're using the internet to just look it up. Hey, should my saffron smell like methane? No, it means you bought eggs. Like that's the easiest thing to Google. Like, oh my god, that was a horrible analogy, but it works.
Alright, so we're gonna take a slice of bread.
You didn't buy saffron. You bought a rotten coconut. Rather, you bought a coconut and you let it sit in your rotten-ass fucking house for long enough, apparently.
Get this thing going. Need a plate. Alright, let's start here.
We got 300 forks just in case we, guests come over,
Coconut
I guess.
and a slice of bread.
Oh.
The thing is, like, it's like butter, basically.
I don't... it's hard to know if this guy's actually like a troll.
Disgusting.
Throw it out! Throw that part out. Throw it out. Throw it the fuck away. Oh my god. Seriously. Once that came off of the fruit that, the fruit that I was using, it'd be in the garbage. 100%. I would throw it in the garbage. Shit. Depending on how that smells, which I imagine it smells really fucking bad, depending on how that smells, I'd probably wrap it in a paper towel and pour something on it. Simply to get rid of the smell. Because that looks like it smells really fucking bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
The thing is, we gotta melt.
Why are you saving it?
So that we can, put it over this, like, if it was butter or
8:30?
Peanut butter, whatever.
Only 8:30?
Okay, let's.
You have to clean your grill. Okay. So I have a really shitty grill outside. It's like a $25 piece of trash I bought a couple years ago. And I use it for like cooking stuff in tinfoil on the grill mostly, and then like cooking burgers or stuff like that. Honestly, it should be replaced. And the easiest way for me to clean it is just to like give it a smooth scrub and then actually just burn a bunch of shit underneath it and then clean it out. A bunch of charcoal underneath it and clean it out. My mom's grill has to be taken care of. It's a propane grill, and I take care of that thing. Like, I pull all the stuff out of it. I clean the grills off and everything. If you don't do that, all of your food is going to taste like shit. If you do this, literally all of everything in your house is going to taste and smell like absolute dog shit, because this is only going to continue to burn. There's no way to really regulate that heat. When things burn on a grill, they fall underneath, especially a propane grill, they'll fall underneath the flame. And while they may still burn, it molds in with the food that you're cooking. That's not the same effect that you're going to get with this. You're cooking rotten... Oh my god, dude. You're cooking rotten coconut.
It's only gonna work if the coconut, isn't rotten. Anyway, ideally
the most dangerous thing you can have in your kitchen is a dull knife. 100%. If you're going to be cooking at any time, buy a quality set of knives, buy a sharpener, sharpen them often, clean them after you use them, and last but not least, just fucking take care of them. Look after them. Make sure they're always in the same place. Because some asshole is going to cut something, is going to cut some rubber with your steak knife, and you're going to be pissed off. And it's going to take a lot of sharpening to get those edges out. the reason I say a dull knife is the most dangerous tool in the kitchen is because it is. If you have a sharp knife, you can just cut straight through anything. You just do this. So you got your knife right here, and then your fingers right here. You can hold whatever it is and just. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera, not. And dice whatever it is up. All right, too easy. If you have a dull knife, you have to, and you have to work it, and you have to hold on to the material to get it through, and it just doesn't work as well, and you're more likely to cut yourself. Would you like to cut yourself cutting chicken?
Melts, you kind of just
I wouldn't.
put over the bread and all
I
that.
wouldn't do that. This looks disgusting, and I would never eat it in a million fucking years. I really kind of actually want to see this. This is a really long video, so I'm not going to watch the whole thing. But,
Well, people.
Mango juice.
For millions of years, in Christmas,
Facepalm. It's so hard to like start to refute something because he started off just so wrong. Oh, okay, never mind. Man, I'm tired. I'm running out of energy. I think like the aspirin shit wore off. I felt like shit today. Felt like shit today. Left work after a few hours, and honestly, all I wanted to do is sleep. Like, I feel just tired. I feel fatigued. But it comes in kind of waves, like heavy waves, too. Like, I didn't even get up this morning. I slept through my fucking alarms. That sucked. So I managed to get in there. I was like, and I was just like, oh, I'm kind of chilly. I kind of want to go to bed. I think just like, because I haven't been taking ibuprofen. I took a couple aspirins. I've been drinking, what's it called? Get out of here. Like orange juice. I got this mango stuff I'm getting rid of. It's like this weird mango water. That's not a probiotic, but it's pro health or some shit. I don't know what the fuck what it is. They're getting rid of that, and it actually kind of tastes like shit, to be honest. Got a little bit of that left, and then hopefully I'll be back better, and I know I'm not talking on my microphone. I'm looking at my phone rather than talking into my microphone, but, you know, god damn, like these waves are wild. Like, all of a sudden, I am omelet for Obama at this point. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that's what the hell I'm talking about. No, I'm just, I don't know. I'm all of a sudden just, like, really tired. And it's not like tired as in, it's like mentally tired. It's like I'm holding myself like, man, I kind of want to just like curl up and go to bed. We can only hope that I don't have coronavirus. If I do, I will absolutely let my audience know, because I would rather be a known plague rat then just be a fucking plague rat. Don't be a plague rat. Wear your fucking mask. God damn, son. That, you know what? I'm gonna go on a short tangent. Wear your fucking mask. Wear a goddamn mask. It's the least you can do. It's not prohibitive. It doesn't do anything against you. Just wear a mask. It's literally like somebody telling you to wear a shirt or wear a hairnet. If you're around food, wear a mask. Just wear a mask. Like, it's not even that bad. It helps with your I can't say the word. Anonymity. Like, it gives you more protection. Why are you against the mask? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Be for the mask. Wear your mask. Don't be an ass. Wear your fucking mask. God damn, son. Like, I'm sorry. It really pisses me off. I haven't been able to hug my mom, my own mom, in over a year because other dipshits won't wear a fucking mask. That's disgusting. It hurts. Fuck.
People have eaten turkey. Okay, so now it's Christmas. You see my little Christmas tree. And my new machine that I put there to calculate the temperature, you see? So
Ew.
it's really, really hot in here now.
Dude. Okay.
We're going to make some Christmas turkey.
So, oh my god, I'm such a jackass. Oh my god. So I tried to make a joke because I was like, I went to go get my juice and I grabbed the microphone. I went to grab the microphone. I was like, alright, well, I'll sip out of that. This thing tastes like shit. Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck is on it, but like, no, this tastes like poop. Don't ever lick your microphone. It's got all the things that your body doesn't want. That's basically it. Good god, that, oh. Hold on.
Wait a minute. What happened is that, during parties, people also make cake. So we're going to make the two at the same time. Rather, we're going to make a turkey cake. So first thing we need to make cake, of course, aside from turkey, is a pot. This one's too small. I think another one in here. Hey, my floor's coming out pretty well, isn't it? You see the little stuff here is cracking, so I'm going to have to put more, the glue and everything. So I have, wait a minute. Little pot here.
Hold on, I heard floor glue and pot. I missed out. I was tripping over my doorstop. By the way, I sell doorstops. They come in the shape of naturally found rocks that are 10 to 15 pounds each. You must pay for shipping. So, anyway, what the fuck are we watching?
Another one in here. Hey, my floor's coming out pretty well, isn't it? You see the little stuff here is cracking, so I'm gonna have to put more, the glue and everything. So I have, wait a minute.
No, what, hold on, whoa. Oh, sorry.
Let's start with turkey.
We had to see some, hold on.
What happened is that, during parties, people also make cake. So we're going to make the two at the same time. Rather, we're going to make a turkey cake. So first thing we need to make cake, of course, aside from turkey, is a pot. This one's too small. I think another one in here.
Oh my god.
Hey, my floor's coming out pretty well, isn't it?
No.
The little stuff here is cracking, so I'm going to have to put more,
No, it actually looks terrible. And you used plaster or Yeah, you basically use plaster. So if you when you put down plaster, like, plaster is full of water. It shrinks. And part of the reason it's effective as, like, a filler is because as it shrinks, it, like, is connected to everything else and it fills in. It pulls everything in. But if you do something like this and you just slop it down somewhere, even if you take a little container of plaster and open it up, once that water is gone, it shrinks down and it just cracks like this. It's going to continue to crack because you shouldn't be using plaster to seal your toilet, and you should actually learn some plumbing or call a fucking plumber. Oh my god.
The glue and everything. So I have. Wait a minute.
Oh, he's got the. Oh, he's got
here.
The pots in the.
Oh yeah, in case you're.
To be fair. To be 100% fair. To him. All right. From me, personally. I have cleaned my pots in the tub. That's not saying that I put all of my dishes in the tub. It means that I have a sauce pot or two that really needed a scrubbing, and the sink really wasn't doing it. So I cleaned it in the tub that I always shower in. And that was months ago. So I don't think there's too much nastiness. I don't think he and I are on the same level, but we kind of got the same idea. No, I've never cleaned a ladle in the... I also know how to use white balance. Good God.
Like, marijuana, but pot as in like, the little metal thingy that you put
Don't
stuff
say
in
that.
And put on the fire and stuff like that. Alright, pot, we have this little white machine thingy there that to wipe the stuff clean. Like this. It's called paper, I think. Or, well, it's not exactly paper. Paper is like stuff put in the printer. It's more like, well, semi-paper.
It's a paper towel!
Like soft thingy. Alright. So when we make cake, we need to put some butter in there. I think I have some. There, butter. It's too cold.
This gotta be a troll.
Wait a minute, huh?
This has gotta be a troll, dude. I'm almost 100% positive this is a troll. Now, it can't be a troll because it's like...
Fucking butter.
Stop that.
Wait a minute, it's too cold, so it's like...
it can't be a troll because he's got...
In there for a sec.
Like, he's got the whole setup. Like, this is an actual hoarder's house. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense why... Nothing is, like, correlating to anything, and it's so frustrating.
Okay, let's wait a minute.
What is it called when alliteration only affects the
you can replace turkey
suffix rather than the prefix?
Tuna, because it's really the same thing. I mean, turkey. The only difference between a turkey and a tuna is that one is like, I mean, it's both
English
meat,
good.
but it's they make a different.
Me fail
stuff
English?
so that,
That's impossible.
Force you to buy separate things on one.
I'm actually a pretty good speller, and one of the things I was literally just about to say, but I actually tossed around my own mind one time, and I laughed my ass off at my own dumbassedness. Was like going through a show in my own head, and then asking the audience, being like, "Hey, yeah, I'm a pretty good speller. Tell me to spell anything, and I'll spell it. Anything that comes to me is through text. Of course, I'll be able to fucking spell it. I'm that dumb. I'm that kind of dumb.
One stuff is expensive, another stuff isn't expensive.
I don't.
Because like, the only difference really is that
I throw the grenade
in the water and the other is an animal
without
in the air.
understanding where
it's
the
actually,
well without
I think the butter's coming.
full knowledge of where the shrapnel is gonna go.
Actually, the only difference,
I just kind of throw the grenade.
In the water, and the other, it's an animal that kind of like flies in the air. Not yet. And so,
fuck it.
basically, if you want to have real turkey, you just need to take some tuna and
we gotta see that again. That was awesome. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. I was just too low of it. No. I don't want an omelet for Obama. Obamlet. Why wouldn't you call it an Obamlet? Oh, man. It's okay. We're gonna get through my slow ass computer and internet. You got this, sweetheart. I'm tapping you lightly, mainly because
the only difference, one of them animals swims in the water, and the other, it's an animal that kind of like flies in the air. Not yet. And so, basically, if you want to have real turkey,
throws the butter in the oven. Dude, that is my favorite meme now. Fuck it. Throws butter in the oven. Like, what does that even mean? Dude, I'm getting the butter ready. Get out of here. Don't question me. I just threw the butter in the oven and said, fuck it. Get off my ass. Like, that should be a thing. I mean, oh my god. Fuck it. Throws butter in oven. Oh my god, that's awesome. Like, it's so cool to me.
Compensate for the missing air and the overflowing water. So we're gonna open the can of tuna. It's difficult with one hand holding a camera.
I could drink all of that vodka and still make a better video.
Okay, I got it.
All of that vodka straight.
So what we can do is
possibly make a better
this
video.
Would be turkey if it had been in the air instead of in the water.
Oh, it actually looks like it's rotten and disgusting. I don't know what that is. It looks like what are those? Chicken livers. Yeah, chicken livers. The catfish food. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, if people had voted for Al Gore, we wouldn't have the need to do this. I mean, there would be no more snow and no more capitalism. All right. Wait a sec, eh? We have to take the water away, so put the stuff in there. See, now we're putting the air to compensate and make this thing into turkey, you see?
Is this happening? Is he really taking a fucking hair dryer to What? What? Okay. Let's get this straight. We're watching a video called Special Christmas Turkey. And this man has put some kind of fish, not just seafood, but a fish in a pot that is obviously too big for the amount of fish that he has put in there. And he's getting rid of the water with a hair dryer. If I have to explain why that's wrong, please stay tuned. If I don't, skip ahead. Anyway, that's wrong because when you get like canned tuna in water, and it says in water, you open up the can all the way up until that little sliver, and then you just sort of press the water out into the sink or into a proper receptacle. Don't do it at your companies work or anything. Like the trash can that everybody uses that only gets emptied out once every 2 weeks. Don't do it there, but like empty it into the sink with the water flowing. Don't do this. Oh my god, this is disgusting. No. And it takes so much more time. Like there's so many negatives to this.
All right.
Plus it cooks the fish. You're not taking away water. You're adding significant amounts of temperature. That's all you're doing with this method.
Now we're gonna take this off.
I can't stop burping.
And put
Sorry.
it back in the box. So now we have actual Christmas turkey. And I think
Is
the
it
butter's
turkey in
about
a
ready
can?
now. Wait a minute. It smells bad. It actually smells like, in the movie theater, you buy popcorn. It smells like butter. Oof. Yeah, okay.
Well, you put a whole pack
so
of... Dude, you put a whole pack of butter in the oven, like on full blast. Go for, of course it's gonna smell like butter. Like, what are we going for?
Wait a sec, okay? We're gonna wipe everything clean. To make a Christmas turkey cake.
Well, that's not clean.
Real cake that you're gonna eat at Christmas.
First of all, that's not clean. Second of all, if you're going to be using the same pot to cook a different dish, clean that pot. Clean it. Clean it well, because the flavors of the previous dish will go into the secondary dish if you do not. I'm at 2 hours. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I got too much energy.
Put some stuff there. So you need the first thing when you're making a cake. You need to put butter.
This sucks. Like, I had fucking no energy when I got up this morning. Like, I didn't even want to do a goddamn thing. I barely made it through the day. Like, I didn't even do anything. And now I'm like, I could talk for fucking hours. Maybe it's just 'cause I'm not doing any actual physical labor. Maybe that's it. Because, like, I don't know. I just really hope I don't have the virus. And I got a test scheduled, so we'll see. We'll see.
In the pot so that the stuff doesn't kind of like explode and like.
I'm just
whatever.
flabbergasted
Like
on my own energy level and my lack of like.
So
well, my head kind of hurts, but like my lack of actual. Oh my god! On the toaster again.
Oh, damn it! What the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you should be using a spoon.
Hey. We're gonna put some heat in there because butter, even with the.
Because you're digging. Okay. He put it into the oven and tried to heat it up so the outside of the butter is all melty, it's all gooey, it can actually be, it's malleable. The inside of the butter is actually still rock hard, and he's trying to dig into it. So he's digging into rock hard shit, and I don't even know what the hell he's doing, because this doesn't make any fucking sense, because you shouldn't, if you're gonna butter the pan, you shouldn't use that much butter. Oh yeah, you just wipe it on your pants.
Oh yeah, I have to take this away.
I wipe shit on my pants like all the time at work, but it's like cooling
I use this when I want to
stuff.
burn things, and I put some of this stuff on it, and then I.
That's literally the only time I ever use those
anything.
pants.
Problem is that I left it there once on one of those bottles, and it's just okay. Whatever.
Goodness.
Shut this down. Okay, the water's starting to, or the butter's starting to melt, so I can.
About to say.
Okay, wait a minute.
No. That sound should never exist. that metal on metal scraping of you're doing something wrong. Use something wood or silicone or anything, a real cooking utensil. Don't just use a fork, because that scraping sound reminds me of all of the fuck ups that I and everyone else has had in a Teflon pan when you think, oh, I could just use a fork this one time. No, you can't. You can never use a fork that one time. You can never use it ever. It'll fuck your pan up. And I'll scrape it along. And it makes this sound every single time. Ugh. Blagunga. Oops.
Okay. I want to smell. Alright, the next thing, we put a little bit of flour so that the stuff can, like, you know, stick. How did this?
What is this?
Flour.
Stuffing? Flour? Oh my god.
We could have
This is why you need a wooden spoon so you can mix the stuff around.
Okay, that's okay. Now we're going to make the actual cake. We need eggs. I have eggs here and...
We're making a cake?
We need to mix the eggs with some flour.
I guess we're making a cake.
And it's going to make like a little cake thingy out there.
You guys want to see something weird? Look at my weird ass arm.
Wait a minute, eh?
Isn't that gross?
Okay,
I'm so pale.
Blender, I think it's...
I should probably, I should work out, definitely. But I should probably go get some sun.
So I'm kind of afraid
I need some vitamin D.
Coming from it. So I've kind of like put a lot of
I just want to
kind
point
of
that out because
clean
like
the
this
CLR
is gross and this is also gross. But I think
so
this is
if
less
I
gross
making
because
this
like
video, you can call
it's
voice
really
control
just the
center, and
like
I
the
think it's
shadow.
this.
I think.
Falling behind
No,
here.
no, it's not. It's not just
Okay.
the shadow. I'm
So
sorry.
we need
Please don't look at that.
flour
Sorry, my arms are tired.
and eggs to bake a cake.
You know what sounds really good? Aside from this, I can't watch this anymore. This is disgusting and no. What's really disgusting is I can't even remember. Sorry, I saw all of these headlines. I was like, oh, what should I click on? What's really disgusting is me. I'm a total piece of poop. Poop exists mainly because I exist. What? I would love to play some music. That'd be dope if I could get... You know what would be cool for YouTube to do? For YouTube to be able to license like creators, be like, hey, for $5 a month, you can choose 3 different songs that you can actually use as like a filler on a stream. You can only use it for these very specific purposes and these specific times and whatnot. I don't care how many like regulations they do to it, but it would be cool for me to be like, you know what, hey, I actually have to look for something on my stream, or hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, or I'm hungry, or somebody's at the door, and me be able to just put on like a little bit of music for a short amount of time. Like, hey, you have 3 minutes until you get a copyright strike. Like, that's a short amount of time for me to go answer the door and everything. But if they're like, if someone knocks on my door and go, hey guys, I got 3 minutes, so starting as soon as this music starts, I got 3 minutes and I'm gonna be gone. and you just have to look at your watch, I guess. I know there's certain people. TJ the Amazing Atheist has been outspoken about not wearing a watch because he doesn't like it. That's a personal preference. I absolutely need a watch because that's my personal preference. Everyone should have a watch, but at the same time, like, that's a digression from the simple fact that I should be able to put on like a 3-minute video. Like, it'd be cool to be able to put on the Cyberpunk music. Obviously, that's not gonna fucking happen. Holy shit. Yeah, it just came out today. There's no way I'm gonna kill my stream by putting that on. But it would be cool to be able to put something on that's like popular for a very short amount of time. Like a 1-minute clip. You get 1 minute of just popping in music. And I don't know how like, funding wise, I don't know how they would distribute the revenue from that. That's above my pay grade, but I think that would be a pretty cool idea to be able to just, because if I could put this shit on, it's really Live on Polka, I think is how it's pronounced. If I could put that on and just mosey off for like 2 minutes to pee and refill my drink and whatnot, and that'd be dope. And I know that YouTube has the algorithms to be able to like give you a warning, like ding 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 ding, like, hey man, you're going over your time, you're about to hit that 3 minutes, you got 30 more seconds to stop peeing or whatever you're doing. I don't know. That might be a little convoluted. It might be reasonable. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll move on from there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus. That was a lot of burps. All at once. Let's go. Oh, this was so bad. Oh, man. Watch this. After compilate. Watch this shit. Watch this. Watch this shit. This is hilarious. This is not how you communicate your message to people.
The Russia hoax and how that distracted us from addressing this virus. The Democrats have played nothing but politics since day one. They've never accepted that President Trump was president. They were distracted from serving Americans. They were distracted during the pandemic, and now they've used the pandemic to try to fundamentally change this country and put the cost of big government on the back of hardworking Georgians. That's why I'm fighting to make sure that the Republican majority is retained in the Senate, because we are the shock absorber for common sense policies that bring Americans together, that lift everyone up, that provides for great educational choices for kids, that stops the radical agenda of the abortion on demand that Democrats want, that attacks our Second Amendment rights. They want to take away our guns. They want to tax guns, and they want to fundamentally change America, and radical liberal Raphael Warnock is their agent of change.
That's not at all what I was looking for. I was waiting for it to be... hold on. Oh, I got it. That's what it is. Duh. I don't know how to spell his name. No. There we go. I just had to go slightly lower because I'm. Watch
My
this.
opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock. My opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock. My opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock. My opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock. 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 Radical liberal Raphael Warnock.
Me too, bro. It's exactly how I would react to this. I would just, anytime someone called me like a radical or tried to hyperbolize my position or strawman my position, dismiss it. Let them dig themselves so deep that when you pull up, when you throw them, when you speak down and tell them, hey, you're in a hole, they have to fight to dig themselves out. That's what you want to do. You want them to dig themselves so goddamn deep so that you can yell down, hey, you're a little too far. And then they have to try and backpedal and then dig up and be like, what did you say? And get back on your level, essentially. And this is essentially all she said. So, for anybody that doesn't know who Kelly Loeffler is a piece of shit. She is garbage. She does not deserve to be where she is. She was she's an appointed senator. Okay. I just had a thought, like, why is it like actor and actress, but not senator and senatress? Is there a senatress? I don't know. She's worth about $800 million, I think. Nearly $1 billion. Sold tons of... she made a shitload of money on the stock market because of the information that she got in Senate hearings due to coronavirus updates. And it was specifically a Senate-only meeting on the coronavirus pandemic, and when she got that information, she and her husband sold millions of dollars worth of stock, and they made millions and millions of dollars. And well, they bought and sold millions of dollars worth of stock and made millions of dollars off of that information. And that was information that was privy only to the United States government and to those senators at the time. Meanwhile, everybody else only got $1,200, which works out to, at this point, it's almost less, it's getting close to like less than $5 a day since you sent it out. I'm pretty sure I could use more than $5 a day. You fucking cunt. And this is all she has to say. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock. Raphael Warnock is not like a champion of the left. Raphael Warnock is not going to be the next Bernie Sanders. He's not going to be AOC or anything like that. Raphael Warnock is at best like a centrist Democrat, and he's a corporatist Democrat. But to call him a radical liberal and just to kind of stick on that point, it speaks to the fact that you don't have any substance to your argument, and your argument is basically, hey, we need to support, we need to collectivize, we're a cult, we need to cultivate around this ideal. And the more you try and do that, the more you try and squeeze people into there, the more people are just gonna like fall out and want to leave because they don't want to be so close. Like, I don't understand how I figured this out. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm dumb as shit, and I can figure this out. And I feel like a lot of the times, yeah, I am parroting talking points from the commentators that I listen to, as you can see, like Hassan, which Hassan and Vosh are a little far left of me. Same with David Pakman. But like Kyle Kalinske he and I are pretty much on point. But I have a problem with I have problems with him that are on a different level. And it's not like I can even talk shit because who the fuck am I? Anyway. But, I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. But, like, yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. So, there's no, like, what's the point at looking at, yeah, no shit. What's the point of looking at right-wing media that's just gonna step all over its own dick, I guess? Mukbang. That's not a mukbang. That's just like a Dr. Pimple Popper, which is really, really gross. Sorry, I got a little. I got way too heated and totally lost my train of thought. And now I'm trying to get it back, and I want to go to Caitlin Bennett, but I fucking hate this dumb ass. I hate her dumb ass. I was saying about Kyle Kalinske should actually like be more up to date. He needs to put out his videos as on a time schedule similar to like David Pakman, because David Pakman, at least for me, this works for me, and I'm talking mainly from my own experience, but like Giuliani humiliates himself again. You know, that comes out, I get like 3 other stories. I'll get like Vosh and a couple other people talking about it, whatever, whoever it is, and the last person that I get is Kyle Kalinske, and it's like, dude, you're doing good. You've produced. You done well. Why are you putting videos out so late? Like, why are you focused so on the like the podcast part? I don't listen to his podcast, but I love the shit that he has to say, because he actually says a lot of good shit, and a lot of it, especially when it comes to the military, I really kind of disagree. But I like to listen to him, and I'd like to listen to him more. It's just the shit comes out too late. Why are you doing stuff so late? That's my question to Kyle Kalinske. Kyle Kalinske, don't do stuff so late. Oh, get got. John Doyle. We did John Doyle. She was fucking wasted. What was it? Hannah Reloaded. Hold on. What is her channel? I gotta know, Because I gotta get this one right. Because I know, yeah, fuck off, Kelly Loeffler. Oh, this is some weapons grade bullshit. I'm not gonna even fucking talk about this until at least Saturday. I'm not gonna talk about this one until Saturday. I'm gonna do actually my research on this one. That fucking killed me. Galen, it's bonfire like an idiot. Hey, you can find out. Okay, it is Hannah Reloaded. Alright. I wanted to say it was just Hannah, but it's Hannah Reloaded. Alright. Awesome. Cool. So you have actual Jake and then Hannah Reloaded, and together they have like the Bible Reloaded, and the Bible Reloaded is fucking awesome. If you're into like old YouTube, go to the Bible Reloaded. That's some old YouTube. Talking about like just a thumbnail, like a picture or multiple pictures, and they're talking on one or two microphones on a coffee table. Like, it's awesome. It's actually pretty sweet. So yeah, go check it out if you're into that kind of thing. Other than that, stick around. And honestly, I don't know what else to get into. I'd like to get into like stuff like this, but that requires me going to a very popular channel to do so. Oh, excuse me. It's Trump lies. I actually want to watch. I haven't seen this. It's a creepy story you want to share. Honestly, anybody that watches this, listen. What is a creepy story you want to share? Reddit Aliens, the dude that narrates this is pretty fucking great. We're gonna listen to it just for a little bit, and then I like this graphic. The graphic doesn't make sense to me, but it's pretty fucking sweet.
What is a creepy story you want to share? I had a stalker once. Every few days I would leave work and find a string tied around my car door.
Dude's got a pretty good voice. Like, I mean, how am I? Obviously, I don't have 203,000 subscribers. You know that, but regardless, dude's got a pretty good voice. He's good at giving the material. I don't know if presentation is the lacking part. A lot of the Reddit YouTubers, Redditors that do this thing, when they use their own voice, a lot of the time they'll try and add their own reaction to it, like, oh boy, like, no, just present it. Like, you can be a character. Nobody cares who you are. Just present it. You're presenting a thing. That's how it should be. And that makes it more interesting. And I love this channel because the dude actually, like, he takes advice. 1, 2, he actually has a good voice. And 3, everything that he pulls out is fucking interesting. And honestly, I can't even keep up with it. The dude puts out so much content, it blows my, it scrambles my gourd.
Door handle. I thought it was fucking weird and kinda creepy, but didn't really think it.
Also, his audio is pretty great, unlike mine most of the time. Mainly because I don't know, I fucked up Streamlabs. I didn't know whether to call it Streamlabs or OBS. Scoops. Oh, Richard Hammond. Kernbrain. Haltermans and the Kernbrain Dam are 92% efficient. I guarantee that's what it says. What does it say? Yep. Hunter. Oh, got it. Zing. Alright. I should get like a lapel mic or something. Crashed again. Oh man, it's almost like don't pre-order. Yeah. I'm talking a bunch of shit, but like it's Cyberpunk, dude. It's Cyberpunk. Of course this is gonna happen. Like fuck off. Yeah, it's gonna crash. Everything's gonna crash. Nothing's gonna work properly. Everybody. I have 0 viewers currently. Probably because everybody is looking at Cyberpunk. Everybody wants to play it. I would love to play it, but I don't pre-order, and I don't have time to play video games. And that's not me being condescending or patronizing, as I may have come off as. It just means that like I just don't have the time. I would love to play. I have GTA 5 and I played 5 minutes of it and then fucking gave up. Like, suck with double C's. Alright. So, Urchin Quay. Radical liberal, I'll rough your warning. I don't think there's much more that I can say. It's been 2.5 hours. I feel like most of my audience comes in after the fact, and I would appreciate it if you guys would just leave a comment, let me know what you want me to see and talk about, because I get most of my long form content, streams and stuff, after the fact. I don't watch a lot of stuff live, so I would love to know what you actually want me to cover. So go ahead and just tell me if anybody's watching. If nobody's watching, hey man, that's not why I'm here. I'm just putting it out. Like your mom. So what were we going for? Kay's cooking. Kay's cooking. Alright. Does she have anything recent? We'll find it 2 years ago. 2 years ago. There's something else. You know what? Piss take, microwave noodles. When she does piss take, I'm like, it's a fucking joke. I don't know, man. I think I'm done. I think a dude enough. At least I hope a dude. Paella. Oh, that's another thing. What the fuck is this? Why is it so dark? I have a problem with like pronunciations, and not a problem, but like it irks me when Americans can't pronounce words, because American English is straight up hodgepodge of bullshit from everywhere else. So when you say the word Schadenfreude as Schadenfreude, it makes it sound kind of dumb, but it doesn't take away, like, it makes it sound kind of dumb, but it, like, it may be only to me. It takes away from the word, because it's pronounced Schadenfreude, or Schadenfreude, because in German you actually pronounce, like, basically every letter in the word. So at the end of the word you have an E, so it'd be an E, which would be a sound. So Schadenfreude. I forget what else. There was one other word, and this was from a specific person. She pronounces words wrong all the time, which totally fine. I don't care that. I don't care like that you do it. I just want to be able to provide the proper pronunciations so that you sound better in your extemporaneous speech. So, like, Schadenfreude, and when you pronounce German words as, like, German words, like Schadenfreude, again, as I go about it, when you have an ST or an SP, it should be an SH sound. So spielen or stellen or SCH if you're I don't know, English, I don't know what the fuck. Spielen or stellen. So was ist das Spiel? What's the game? And again, American English, especially American English, is a hodgepodge of a bunch of different languages. So having those, the ability to, or having those pronunciations in your speech when you're pronouncing those hodgepodged words is probably better for your communication. That's my take on it, at least. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I meant to click the bell.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again.
Sup,
and
girl?
Today I'm going to try my hand at a Spanish, a paella.
Paella.
Now I'm going to switch the pan.
Okay. So I think this was a Teflon pan, and everything was scrubbed out of it. So probably went into the food. And if you put Teflon into food, you are likely to catch cancer. Do not use anything abrasive on a Teflon pan. It will get off into your food. Like, no. Hey, stop it. No. Look at me. All right. Hey, check it out. Hey, stop. Look. I know. The fork is clean. But it's made of metal, dude. It's gonna scratch up your pan. Trust me. Just take the 2 seconds. Wash up that rag. Yeah, it's got a little bit. Oh, dude, that's a little bit of egg on it. It's cool. Okay. Wash it off. Clean off the wooden spoon. Alright. Yeah, there you go. Wooden spoon. Alright, now. Alright. Yeah, you got that clean? Well, you're already clean. Well, clean off that dish. That plate. Now you don't have to eat out of the fucking pan. You lazy piece of shit. don't put anything metal into your pan. You're gonna regret it later. I guarantee. Oh, I guarantee it. Oh, I guarantee. Oh, I guarantee. Oh, I guarantee. Oh, oh, oh. I had something funny to say. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, let's see what she has to say while I respond.
It says to put a lug of oil in. Well, I don't know what a bloody lug of oil is. So I'm just gonna put a bit in. Move it round. And then I'm going to add some onions, which I have already cut up before. I'm sorry I didn't show you, but not much fun in cutting onions up. Then I will be adding, when the onions are cooked, some Spanish paella.
Okay. She's laughing. I don't know if this is real or not. When you put the onions in the pan, it should sizzle. It should cook. It should start cooking. Like, one of the things, I'm not a chef, okay? I will say that 100%. I am not a chef. I am a home cook. I love cooking. I love cooking. I love creating things in the kitchen and, like, creating food. Because it's an experience. There's certain things like you gotta follow, and it's the same thing that I went over with the what are those fucking dipshits called? The dipshit twins, the retarded conglomerate fuckwits. Whatever they're called. Yeah, and I'm using that as a pejorative because honestly, if you're mentally disabled, you should feel proud of yourself that you're not that mentally disabled. Anyway, but like, now I lost my train of thought. Let it start to cook. Let it cook. It's gotta cook. You okay? That's what I was getting at. When you set up, you have to get your mise en place, which is basically like your area, your setup, what you're gonna do, how you're gonna cook everything that you're going to cook for that meal, and it depends on what that meal is. So that means you get your meat, you get your carbs, you get your vegetables. They're all cut up, they're all ready to go, they're all ready to be cooked, and each one goes into a different pan at a different time because they all cook differently. And when you put onions into a pan and it's not hot, but you're ready to cook your meat, you're not gonna have meat and onions. You're gonna have scorched meat and bad onions. Like, it's not gonna cook very well. So it's important, really, to just sort of set up what you're going to cook prior to actually cooking it. Cut up your onions. Like, do the prep. Because you're going to do it anyway. You're going to do the cleaning anyway, so clean as you cook. I am the fucking worst at that. I suck at cleaning while I cook. Because I want to eat, not clean. So, but yeah, if you do it like this, everything's gonna cook poorly. It's not gonna cook evenly. It's not gonna be what you need it to be. It's not gonna be the meal that you expect. And your seasonings should
it's called a Spanish paella.
Your seasonings should be like proportioned. For me, I'm kind of like her. I just kind of guess. I just put everything in there. Especially with salt. I just salt for flavor. Salt to taste. And but I don't know. You should get your recipe correct.
But if you can see that, so that's called Spanish paella. But at the moment, the onions are cooking. And the other ingredients, like the carrots and the paprika and all this other bit, I ain't putting in because, for a start, I don't like paprika, I don't like garlic, I don't like a lot of things that go into a paella. But the main things that do go in it are paella, with rice, obviously, peas and sweet corn. I'm going to cook them separate because I don't know, well, they will end up going all together.
All together. No.
I've been looking at a lot of comments for my new floor.
Not. Why is it so dark? It looks like you have a some kind of lighting here. I think this is just like a shop light that they set up. Which, look, I'm not joshing anybody on. I can't fuck on anybody for like the physical qualities, I guess, like the equipment attributes that they have of their production. Okay, you can be as limited in your equipment as possible. Totally fucking fine. If all I had was this webcam, this microphone, that computer, and an internet connection, I could make videos. Still, they wouldn't be great quality, but that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for making videos. The thing I have a problem with is like the lighting. Like, if you're not gonna have good lighting, don't do it. Like, I use what I have. This kind of works for my setup. But okay, you need like 3-point lighting on this thing. And if you don't know what 3-point lighting is, go ahead and look it up. Look it up, it'll be really important. That and physics of light. I'm actually gonna deuce out of here in just a little bit.
And I found out that people are spelling my name wrong. My name is spelled on Kay's Good Cooking. It's K-A-Y. There's no E on the end of it. It's spelled how it's pronounced K. There's no E on the end. Yeah. It's K-A-Y. So could you please stop putting a K on it?
I wonder where she's from in England. I think she says it in some videos, but like, I wonder if she's shitting on the Welsh, is kind of my point. Because, like, everybody shits on the Welsh. I'm Welsh. Fuck yeah.
E on it, and I am not called Catherine, I am called Kay.
Put it behind me. That'll be sweet. I'll get a Welsh flag.
As you can see, the onions are starting to brown.
I'll tell you what, when I hit 300 subscribers, I will get a Welsh flag and put it behind me. That'll be my battle flag behind me. Right now, I just got, honestly, I just have a blocker. I wouldn't call it a battle flag. Honestly, I wouldn't fly this thing outside in any weather. It is so thin. I can literally see through it. Yeah. I'll get like a real Welsh flag. I have an NCR flag in the other room, which is pretty cool, but this one works out a little bit better. Maybe I'll put the NCR flag up. Pay me and I'll put the NCR flag up. You're burning your your onions there.
I put some peas.
Again, this is what I'm saying. This is a Teflon pan, and you're using a metal spatula. You're gonna scrape the Teflon into your food, and that causes cancer. It's really, really bad for you. It's just not. If you want to get an idea of how bad Teflon is for the human body, just think of it like this. And I'm not even going to get into any details, okay? Think of the scariness of this. Teflon is a solid that is made from mixing two gases at a certain pressure. That sounds artificial as fuck, okay? I mean, does it work? It's awesome. It's great. Yeah, it works. It's fucking amazing. But you know what? You don't want to eat it. I mean, don't put it in your body because it's not something that's natural. It's not something that you would pick up off the ground. Like, you're not gonna lick a rock and when you're a 5-year-old and get Teflon poisoning. You're gonna get it through these fucking pans. Just don't use metal on metal when you're using a Teflon pan.
Can't see the sweet corn because it's covered by so many peas. But
very simple.
There is some. And like I said, I'm cooking it.
And I think I've said this before, but like...
Now I'm cooking them separate, and then when they've cooked for a few minutes, I'm going to put them into the like onions, because the onions take a while. I have reduced the onion heat. The merrier.
Okay, we're gonna get through this, and then a little direct, but we'll be alright. Okay, don't do this. Don't, no. Okay. There's a way to do this. There is a way to do this, okay? This is not the way to do this. First of all, she's not using the proper spoon. She's using a regular spoon, not like a straining spoon, where you want to get the maximum amount of water out, because you're already gonna be cooking in oil, which is where you should have put those onions. So you're gonna probably add a little bit of oil, and you want a little bit of that water to be in there just for the transfer of heat and to boil off. Make me a meme. Well, damn. Can't say I don't know what I want. Anyway, I'm live. Those onions are far, far, far too cooked for these vegetables to go in there into that frying pan. I don't know what she's gonna add in here next, but essentially the timing of all of this cooking should be done in separate pans, and that doesn't take away from the fact that it's gonna give you cancer because you're eating Teflon. You need to strain that, dude. Because all you're doing is adding a bunch of fucking water.
Enough.
Remember, the food also has water in it. So if you add water to the pan, excuse me, you're gonna have too much water. You're gonna have to get rid of it at some point. And trust me, the easiest way to get rid of it, it's not boiling it off. It's just gonna ruin your food.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, these peas and sweet corn have been boiling for 5 minutes. I know you're going to say, oh, that's not enough. It's just for Paul's food, but... right, that's, I think... I'm throwing peas all over.
Peas all over. That's, hold on. Y'all don't need to know that. Y'all don't need to know what's going on in my life. Honestly, Kay, I gotta finish this video. I've been doing this for 3 hours. Dude, time fucking flies when you're streaming. Time flies, dude.
That's as much as I'm gonna put in.
Yeah, you shouldn't have put half of that in. Dude. I would have boiled the frozen stuff, and then once the onions were like warm, basically, then I would have put the stuff in, because it's already hot and you have to strain it, and it's gonna be it's gonna be watery. And the best thing to do is probably to just saute the onions, and I hope she doesn't add peppers, but saute the onions and peppers in a different pan, and then add them to the pan that has the vegetables, and just mix it around to like mix the flavors. Like, I don't even know what she's doing.
And
I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef. I don't claim to be.
I'm going to add this rice. It's going to go horribly wrong. I know it is. It really is.
You know what? I think I figured out why bad cooking pisses me off so much. Because, you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the fuck you have done, what you were doing, who you are, who you stand for, what you believe, what you have been through. At the end of the day, if you have a bad meal, it's the culmination of a ruined fucking day. That's it. There's no other explanation to it. If you have a bad meal, it fucks your day. It doesn't matter if it's a bad breakfast, a bad lunch, or a bad dinner. You're gonna have a bad day. Your day is just gonna be bad. Even if you were fucking happy as a horse and you had a shitty dinner, you're gonna have thinking about that shitty dinner because it ruins your fucking day. That's why this gets on my nerves so much.
Now I know for a fact that when I've had paella rice,
way too much water.
Yes, I do like paella rice. That when it's done.
Oh, is she gonna put rice in there? Oh, okay. Okay. So she put rice in there, so that's cool. Water's good. That didn't sound good.
This looks like it's starting to take shape already.
No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't look like. It doesn't actually look like food.
And the paella esta now.
It looks like. What food looks back at as a point of growth. That's kind of what it looks like. Like.
Oh, it's coming on lovely. That's Spanish for paella.
Old picture. Oh. What
Well, in Spanish, obviously.
When I was so full of potential, and
Right,
I
as you
actually
can
figured
see,
it the fuck
it's
out
all
and actually.
taking shape.
It's so dark. This is how it's shot. I've done I have not changed one thing about any of my settings. This is how dark it is, and it's even darker over here because this, like I said like an hour ago, this screen is actually a lot darker than this one. So this is what you're actually this one is actually what you're seeing. This one that I'm on, it's basically black. It looks terrible.
Longer to do while it's like this. So
I would absolutely eat the fuck out of this though.
To make the rice soft.
Dude, I work in a shop. I'd eat this.
Because I don't like
I would eat a caramel cream
to make
off
the
the
rice
floor.
soft and help it cook, I am going to.
That's a terrible thing to say, because like caramel creams, I love caramel creams. I have a bag on my fucking. I get duped from Walmart. Walmart duped me, and I got a bag of caramel creams, oxtails, and I have them in my car. Say I'd eat a caramel cream off the floor, it's like, yeah, I'd eat the fuck out of a caramel cream. But no, I wouldn't eat this shit. If you slop this on the floor, if you plop this in front of me like, this is what you got to eat today, yeah, I would smash that. I would fucking destroy it. But I wouldn't ever make this. I would never lower myself to make this. This is disgusting.
Put a lid on it, and I'm going to time it for 10 minutes. Everything seems to be 10 minutes for me. For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
And if I don't film this
10
after,
minutes?
it means the
10,
kitchen.
hold on. 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Ten fucking minutes? It's gonna burn. You have to move it around. You have to distribute the heat. Cooking is about distributing the heat. Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. It's burnt to shit. Oh
I've
god.
got a packet.
Oh no. Oh okay. Oh no. Never mind. It's burnt to shit. No, it's not. It's not. It's not burnt to shit. It's just sort of
Now this is just this is just a plain paella. There's nothing being put in with it, chicken or anything.
Dude,
but you can have anything
this
with
is
it.
not
You can have
a food
chicken.
item that should exist. That's what it is. It's not a
anything,
plain
don't
paella.
anything
It's not a
really with
food.
it. This is just a plain.
Like honestly, if I got this as my meal after being in the field all day when I was actually in the army, yeah, I'd eat the fuck out of it, because there'd probably be like some Fruit Loops or something that I could munch on, you know, elsewhere in the snack area. Yeah, you guys want to know where your money's going? Check out the Chow Hall. It's pretty fucking sweet. Anyway, but if you serve this to me, especially if I paid money, or if you expected me to pay money, and I was served this, no. No, at no point would I eat this. I would not eat this, and it wouldn't look... I would question you, at least. I'd probably eat it. Because I'm a hungry boy. But, you know... You know, man. All right.
Hi, Ella.
I fucked on Kay. Kay's paella is a few years old. It's not so great. Young conservative brothers are dumb as shit. And you know what? There's not much else for me to cover. I've been at this for 3 hours, so hopefully this video works into like whatever work schedule you got, and you can listen to it after the fact. That's all I'm kind of going for. This is a hobby of mine, man. That's what I'm at. It's a hobby. If you catch me live, awesome. If you catch me after the fact, even awesome. As awesomester as that. That's pretty sweet. Because you know what? It's great to be able to just get some kind of validation of someone's like, hey, I want to listen to you. I want to hear what you have to say. And if you leave a comment, I would love that. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything you do. Please. I appreciate everything you do. I don't know you. I don't know you either. No. For those in the on the front lines, actually, that gets me into a good point. For those on the front lines, those in the healthcare, police, fire, emergency services, and I know there's this big push against police, but police officers as well. For those on the front lines, thank you for your service. You're doing your best. Until the next time, I appreciate those frontline workers and everyone that has subscribed to me and watches me. I appreciate you as well, and I hope to create more good content for you in the future. And if you dislike my content, please let me know why, and maybe I can change. Maybe you'll change my mind. I'd be happy with that. Thank you.